Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be doing some more crazy experiments with tank tracks because I've gotten multiple comments asking for something along the lines of a track train or a snake tank, basically some type of snaky thing with tank tracks. And I think I'm going to push it even further because I think what they're imagining is something kind of like this, but with like multiple segments. But I want to go even further with it, and I also want it to be kind of cylindrical with tank tracks, so like any part of it is technically drivable. And as far as this is a weird one because I don't have a performance goal for this. I just want to build the thing and see how it performs. I'm not trying to make a thing that performs in a certain way. Like this thing I designed to try to climb up near vertical walls and be able to mantle on top of them. This snake train track train thing, I don't care how it performs. I just want to see what it does. I wonder what the complexity of the tank tracks are. All right, here we go. We got our complexity. There's actually a lot of tracks so far. They are 10 complexity. Okay, so I could have a maximum of 70 if I don't have anything else, but hopefully we're not going to need that many. Actually, out of curiosity, are the smaller ones any different? 60? Nope. All right, so no matter what size tank track we use, it is going to be 10 complexity per track. So we might as well just go with the biggest track there is. Should it be 6 or 8 tracks in a circle? I guess 8 tracks would give more resolution for the circle. All right, so that means I need 45 degrees, right? Between all of them? Yeah, 45 degrees should divide 360 into 8. But I guess the question becomes, what does the spacing between them need to be? Because it's probably going to be more than just a 1 block spacing. So I guess if we're doing 8, that means we can have a solid structure of a plus sign in the middle. And then we just need the steering hinges for the 45 degree corners. All right, so let's find the, well, I guess our seat can be the middle. Yeah, you know what? This is actually going to give us a better idea of how much space we need for the steering hinge. All right, so this is an unfortunate 3 blocks high. So I guess let's just, we want to make things kind of even. So like if I did this, that would be like 1 plus there. So then would this be good if I do just have it like 1? No. Or actually it might need to be down a block like this. That almost, I don't know. I think it might, maybe 1 block out. I might need to make my radius or my diameter bigger. That actually doesn't look too bad. It is slightly closer though to the left one than the right one, it looks like. So then the thing I'm thinking of is like, if this is out to, oh, actually this wasn't centered. Well, like, oh, it's not, it doesn't have a center point. I mean, it does have a center point. It is odd width. Oh, that does complicate things a little bit, but that means I could do that. And then this one can probably actually go up a little bit. That's looking okay. I'm just thinking, if I gave this thing tank steering, would the tank steering module even know what to do? All right, so if this thing went up 1 more, is that more even? Oh, that's looking a little more even. Okay. That actually looks like it could be pretty good right there. All right, whatever I've just done, I think I'm going to try to stick with this. All right, so the center point is right here. Wait, so we got 1, 2, 3. Oh, that doesn't make sense. Because if this, well, these are but these are not even width. So this is kind of weird to measure. I mean, I guess it technically should be 1, 2, 3 up here and then the other track. But see, now that's not symmetrical though. Because now there's more distance between these 2 tracks than these 2 tracks, and that doesn't make sense. These ones would have to be out by 1 more. I guess that actually does look fine. I think that looks fine. You know what? I need a non-snowy section. Let's go on the ice. I need to be able to see everything without it sinking in the snow. All right, that actually does look pretty good. The fact that it rolled like that is actually a good sign. Okay, so then I think to keep this thing the most symmetrical, I should just have it spiral onto itself like this. So each one of these solid track sections has its own singular attachment point. Look at that. That actually looks pretty good. This looks pretty good. I like this. Ooh. Ooh, indeed. Okay. That turned out better than expected. All right, now let's let's put a tank steering module on this thing with some engines and just see like what is even gonna happen. And actually, I want my seat to be like right here. All right, tank steering module goes there. We'll add some engines. If I try to turn, oh, hold on, that's not good. Let's not have steering on these hinges. All right, I'm trying to steer left right now. All right, let's go forward. Steer left. I mean, we're kind of balanced on one track, which makes sense that you wouldn't be able to steer. Whoa, I just got so disoriented by the shrimp thing moving in the background. I thought I was drifting sideways. All right, steering doesn't seem to be working. But then again, it kind of shouldn't unless I was like, I need like 2 tracks in contact with the ground. Steering is trying to work. All right, but don't worry. We're going to be a snake. We're going to be a train. A track train, not a train track. So that means we can steer the segments. And this thing already looks so cool. But this is 8 tracks. This is 80 complexity minus the other things in here. We can have less. We're gonna only be able to have like 6 segments, maybe, including whatever else we're putting in between them, like the hinges and all that stuff. Okay, so now we need to figure out the attachment. So if we hinge, I guess we can hinge like right here. I kind of do want like up and down hinging. All right, so if we take this, copy it, move it over here. That looks good enough. I kind of want the hinge to be centered though. I guess there's a 3 block gap right now. There we go. I think that should be good. Oh, wait a minute. Did I just notice a weird... Are these not symmetrical? These hitboxes aren't. Ah, dang. I guess let's move these ones forward. How did this happen? All right, are all the tracks in the same spot now? Okay, all right, I think we're good now. All right, back to copy and pasting this thing. All right, that looks like it should be good, but now I need to simplify the interior of the trailing segments. All right, let's see how this... Oh, no, we got wobbly. We got the wobblies. Uh-oh. This is not how this vehicle was supposed to work. I'm just 2 big wheels right now. All right, go. Oh, I gotta... Hold on. I gotta redo these. Forwards, backwards. All right, and then we can turn. Well, that's certainly interesting, isn't it? You know, I think I'm gonna need... I don't know. I was thinking about gyros. Wait, why aren't... They're not all... Oh, hold on. We got a logic gate issue. Yeah, there's 2 logic gates here. And this logic gate needs to also go to all of these steering hinges. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this is weird. I don't know why it's constantly rotating. Oh, you know what? Let me take these steering hinges. Add damping and strength, maybe, to prevent them from being as wobbly. Why are we rolling? What is causing this? I mean, there's like 1 shaky track. Couple of shaky tracks. Do I put a gyro stabilizer? I don't know. Let me try one. I just put a max power gyro stabilizer, and that's not enough to fight it. I'm gonna put 4. If 4 can't do it. Okay, there we go. All right. You know, we might just need the gyro stabilizers. Oh, some of these still have the steering controls in them. That's not good. All right, there we go. All right, this looks fine right now. See, now this is like a boring machine, like to bore a tunnel. We just need like a drill on the front. That would actually be a pretty cool vehicle. Why do I get one wobbly track? Like one big wobbly track and the rest are kind of fine. What's wrong with you right here? And we got strength. We got the damping. All right, we're just gonna get wobbly tracks. We're kind of pushing the game here. All right, but this is looking good so far. Let's go ahead and add more segments. All right, we're already at half complexity. I'm gonna add 2. All right, I don't think I can add another one. All right, looks like only 4 segments is what it's allowing. Oh, this is so cool, though. This is so cool. All right, I do need more engines. We are so slow. You know what? I think we only want steering on the front section, and then I think these back sections are going to be better as loose sections, maybe. Yeah, we're going to go trailer hinges. Now, let's see how that feels. It's slower, but it looks a lot more natural. Except for the twisting. Okay, I got an idea. Let's go back to steering hinges. And these steering hinges are just going to be reduced to no strength. So they're going to act as trailer hinges. But I think they will not twist. All right, so now when we turn... Wow, I just lose all of my speed when I turn. Yeah, that looks good. We're acting like a train here. Woo, yeah. All right. Let's add more engines. All right, that's a lot more engines. All right, this is a decent speed. I think we need more gyro stabilizers. All right, I just added 4 more gyro stabilizers. All right, that's looking good. Having the gyro stabilizers, in a way, does kind of make most of the tracks useless because we're not ever going to be, like, upside down. But it does also just make it drive more intuitively. Like, if we're just rolling around, we're not going to get anywhere meaningful. But this is looking really cool so far. All right, now I'm hoping with the remaining complexity, I can also add some smaller tracks to the front to create, like, a conical shape. And make this thing kind of get drill vibes. And, ooh, I got an idea. I want to make it spin, too. I might reach max complexity on this. All right, this thing is definitely going to need a maximum strength. All right, that's a little cramped, for sure. That might just be what we need, though. But look at this. It actually kind of does look fine, doesn't it? I think that looks fine. This is actually pretty cool. It can go faster, though. Where are we at complexity? Whoa! I did not expect it to be that close. I was just building, and we're at 6 now. We have 2 blocks left, just by chance. 2 blocks to spare. All right, let's change the speed of that. There we go. And then these... I mean, I guess that would be the appropriate direction, right? Yeah. Yeah, we want the arrows to be pointing towards the back of the vehicle from the outside edge of these. And yeah, it looks like that's where they're all oriented. All right, yeah, I think they're all technically rotating in the right direction. All right, that's pretty crazy. All right, I mean, we're max complexity at this point. I think we got to go try this thing out on some land, just to see what happens. I don't know what to expect. But it should be pretty good at traversing terrain. The problem is, like, the power isn't there, I guess. You know what? Wait, how much complexity does an engine have? Is it just 1 complexity? Oh yeah, we're adding 2 more engines to this thing. That's what we're doing with our final complexity, engine power. I could reduce the complexity a little bit with these square blocks. I could simplify them into larger blocks. But yeah, I'm pretty fine in a straight line, but turning, I lose a lot of power for whatever reason. All right, I mean, we're traversing across the snow pretty well. Interesting trail that we leave with like the deep central trail and then the more shallow outside trails. Makes sense. Yeah, we're max. Listen to those engines. They're maxing out right now at 33 kilometers an hour. But I mean, I feel like drilling machines like this are not designed for speed. All right. We're getting up hills relatively easy. Okay, yeah, I am happy I have the multi-axis articulation. It makes the hills make sense. All right, it might be a little weird if it comes to trying to do some rock crawling because they're all loose joints in the back. They're gonna kind of fold, I think, as they try to push me up a rock. Now, this might be a little bit too steep. We probably should have started on something easier and worked our way up, but this is just the first thing, and we're already, like, losing it. Oh, you know what's ruining it? The tank steering module. That is why I am not steering very well. I think let's get rid of the tank steering module. That saves us a single complexity point, which I then have to refill in with an attachment block. There we go. All right, now turning should be the same because I forgot that the tank steering module I had set to A and D. So as I was trying to steer, it was changing the direction of some of the tank tracks. Yeah, see, now we're more consistent. Okay. Glad I figured that out. Well, we already went past the spot I was trying to go up, which is fine because I kind of was afraid of it anyway. Let's find a more reasonable area. Oh man, 50. We just broke 50 kilometers an hour thanks to gravity. All right, here we go. This is a nice area to try to climb up right here. All right, let's see what happens. I hope all the tracks are going in the right direction. They should be. Whee! All right, not a great start. Okay, here we go. Look at this thing go. Oh, it's going. It's going. Come on. Yes. Look at that. It's like we carved this groove. All right, we're kind of getting pushed by the drill a little bit, though. The drill doesn't have the best contact. It's just there for aesthetics, but it's also kind of hurting us because there's not really wheels or there's not really tracks on the outside that contact very well. But other than that, it was working its way up that groove pretty nicely. Yeah, I think this thing would do best being surrounded by rocks, not just on top of rocks. But I just wanted to see what happens. All right, come on. Push. You're made of tracks. You should have all the traction. Yeah, push. The sounds are not encouraging. Oh, it's so bad. Like I said, I was not going for any type of performance goals. But, hey. Hey, look at that. Look at that. We did something there, and then we got pushed off to the side. Like, I did not have any expectations of this thing as far as how it was supposed to drive or perform. I just knew what I wanted it to look like, and I just wanted to see what happens if I try to drive it around. And it's honestly, it's pretty fun. I mean, the rock crawling's not fun, but just driving around snow is pretty fun. I wish there was some, like, tunnels. I wish we could carve tunnels because this thing would be great. Whee! Downhill is so fun when you... Oh, okay, well, that's not fun. All right, what about backwards? I mean, I technically can't really steer backwards. I got a track that's messed up. I gotta do a repair. I'm broken. We broke the drill. Man, I wish I could have gone longer. I guess if I did the 6 instead of 8 track setup, we could have gone longer, but it wouldn't have looked as cool, I don't think. There would have been a lot more gaps. All right, hold on. I got an idea. I can save some complexity. I want to add thrust to the front cab. Yeah, see, like I can reduce... I don't even need those in the back there. That should have saved me enough complexity to add some thrust. All right, what are we adding for thrust? Probably just a few of these. Hopefully it'll give me a little bit of extra push, especially going up steep hills like this. Yeah, it's working. It's working, kinda, barely. 10 kilometers an hour at like a 30-degree angle. Actually, that's more like 45, isn't it? But when we go downhill, we're gonna be bombing downhill. Oh yeah, look at this. We're already picking up speed. There we go, 30 kilometers an hour. There we go. 50 kilometers an hour. We're gonna get some air off of this lip here. 75 kilometers an hour. Woo! This thing is so ridiculous. The snake aspect is pretty fun. Yeah, it's satisfying to watch. It looks pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with how this thing turned out, actually. Yeah, look at the track we're making. We're actually heavy enough that we're getting down to the bed ice. Is it a bedrock? Because it's ice at the bottom. Well, I would consider this a success. The tracks work great. It's not glitching out and destroying itself. It looks cool. It's snaking around. And it is a snake made out of tracks, or a train made out of tracks. I don't know what you want to call this thing. Leave some suggestions down in the comments below. What would you call this? Snake tank? Snank? That sounds weird. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave some suggestions if you have any more crazy ideas like this. Multiple people suggested this one. And if you want to see some more, you can find some more fun stuff on the end screen right here. Hope this video has earned your subscription. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.